But this move to the upside, should we get it, let's say if we stay above this 4-hour level of support, that's 739 pips. If we dip down to this daily, in between this daily and this 4-hour, that's 854. Assuming we may make a move to the downside. I mentioned to y'all that this was one of my pairs that I was looking at for the year just because of the potential. The move to the downside, if price rejects off of that monthly level, is going to be just under 1,600 pips. And then the move to the upside, should we, again, find support at that weekly and monthly level, is about 2,400 pips. Hey, y'all. Happy New Year. I hope you are doing well. I hope you guys are safe. Your families are safe and all of that good stuff. I'm sitting here and I am prepping for my class on Sunday, and wanted to go over with you one of the trades that I am looking at. Now I did take this one for a sale and got a pretty nice movement on this to the downside, but I want to walk you through what I see moving forward, because this could be huge, potentially huge. And so I mentioned on the video that I did last time which 3 pairs I was interested in for the rest of the year. And I gave you my long-term perspective on them, but I want to walk you through what I see right now. So I'm starting off on the monthly, doing the top-down analysis, and what I've done is I've gone through and I've identified my swing lows and swing highs. If you don't know what that is, I encourage you to go through the no-cost mini course so you can follow along with what I am saying and teaching in this video. And so I'm going to go down to the weekly. And what I'm going to do is the same thing again, right? So I'm going to find my swing lows, swing highs, and mark those off. Now, a lot of y'all are probably asking and wondering, okay, you marking this off, what does that mean? Well, we're going to put it all together at the end. So you want to make sure that you stay so you can watch the entire video and you can kind of follow along with what I'm saying. Now, I want to double check just to make sure I haven't missed any levels, and it doesn't look like I have. So I am going to turn this off, and then I'm going to go down to the daily. And guess what I'm going to do? The same thing. Okay. So I am going to mark my highs on the daily, and then I'll go down to the 4-hour. The 4 is the lowest I'm going to go as far as analyzation to figure out, what type of setup I want to get in. And I had to remind a couple folks, because I'll put a video up and y'all will be like a day later, can you do an update? Like, the trades that I take, they usually take a long time to happen. So, and when I say long time, meaning oftentimes it's not going to be the same day that the move happens. I just posted on my Facebook page about a trade that I marked up back December 20th, right? And it did not trigger. The sell limit did not trigger on GBPAUD, didn't trigger until December 27th, and it just took profit today. So, I mean, that's the way I like to trade. So, if you are if you busy and you got stuff to do, and you can't dedicate sitting at the chart every single day, I personally think this is the best way to trade, because you'll be able to take advantage of the moves that happen in the market, right? And you will, I'm gonna delete this. You'll still reap the benefit of the move. Now, do you have to trade a little bit smaller lot size? Yeah, you do. But so what if you compound, Or so what if you trade in a prop firm account? So what? Doesn't matter. What else you got to do? I talk to people and they're funny to me because they'd be like, I can't wait that long. Well, what else you got to do? What else? I don't understand. What else you got to do? Go be busy. Go do work. Go clean your house. Go do something else. So that's my thoughts on it, but that's what we're going to go over today. So I'm just getting my 4-hour levels in. And I just want to make sure I got to pull out the smart resistance. Nope, I got them all. Okay. So I was trying to see and I couldn't scroll back to see where we were and where I was. So now that I've done that, right? I said I was only going down to the 4-hour. I've done that. So now I need to use my fib to figure out where we are in the sequence. Now, for those of you guys who are new, I'm a heavily based fib trader, right? And so this fib tool is amazing. If you don't know how to use it, I would encourage you to learn to do so. Once I got this down packed, this is when the game changed for me. And so I am going to just mark out my target because what I see on the active fib, we have an A low, we have a B high, we have a 50% pullback. And so the ultimate target on the monthly is at 216 and some change. Now it could take months for this to happen, right? So we got to drill down just a little bit further to figure out what can we get into to make money right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to see where we are on the weekly. And we also have that same setup, right? So the target is 216,585, I think is what 21666. I can't get it on there exactly, but in that zone, right? And so I'm gonna go down to the daily. I'm gonna leave that fib on so we can see what's up on the daily. So on the daily, we have, let me make sure I had that level of resistance right. Smart resistance. No. Girl, what you doing? Let me get rid of that. I don't know why I put that there. Thank God for the tool to check it. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. And what's happening right now is price is trying to find a C. And so the C is what we call like the pullback, the launching zone for you to enter your trade, right? And so right now, what I can see is that we have daily support at 1980. And then we have a 4-hour support 197700. And so this is the move that I was able to catch today. And really, I think I hopped in last night. But yeah, so this is the move that I was able to catch. However, I don't think that price is about to change directions as far as like go for a deeper downside movement because I think the move is still to the upside. So what I'm gonna do is now that I see the big fib and I understand what's happening on the big fib, I'm about to start to drill down on the lower time frame to figure out how do I get in to make something happen now. So I am going to go down to the 4-hour. I'm gonna click below the last low. You see that gives me no information. I need to click the current leg to see where we are. And so what we had happen was we had our A low, our B high. We had daily resistance, 2 levels of daily resistance. And so price pushed up and then it couldn't do nothing else. And so that's when we got that. I think it was like 250 pips. Was it 250? 3. Excuse me. 335. 335 pip move to the downside. And so what I'm looking at is I think that there was not enough momentum off this 50 level for price to break through what it needed to break through to push up onto the ultimate target on the 4-hour, right? The 4-hour, this is the ultimate target. I think the setup right now is here. I think that there is a potential move to the upside. And so I'm going to draw this out. I have not executed a position because I have not seen yet what I need to see on the lower time frames in order to enter. And so what I would do though is I'm setting this up as if I was going to, like, I'm setting my trap basically, right? Let me get this aligned a little better. I'm setting my trap basically. We're going to turn this red. Okay. And for those of you who are not familiar with the fib and how it works, if we stay above this 4-hour support level, we've hit a red pullback level. If we hit a red pullback level, theoretically, we should take profit at the red take profit level. So if we find support, so if we get a swing low here and we get bullish confirmation on the lower time frame, then we could potentially start to see this moving up. Now, keep in mind, the ultimate target is above monthly resistance, but I'm going to show you what I think I see. So I'm going to go back to the daily, and I guess you can call this a little bit of, I don't want to say I'm projecting, but I am. I can't help myself. I'm gonna trade what I see, but I'm gonna tell you what I think I see. So I think I see the potential. So this would be a shallow retracement, right? So somewhere around here, somewhere above daily or this 4-hour at 19755, somewhere above there. I think we're going to potentially, I don't know for sure, I think we're going to push up, right? And then I think we have the potential to be stopped by this monthly resistance. And then we could potentially see a move. Like this is a 38 too. You got 2 4-hour support levels, but then you got a weekly and a monthly here, right just before the 61.8. But that's what I think I see the potential for. And then from there, if we form a level of support at that weekly level, then I think we could see the potential for the move to the upside. That's what I think. Now, I don't know if I'm right. And obviously, I'm going to play whatever it is that the market gives me. And this is just like I have not executed anything on this yet. Because I have to get my confirmations on the lower time frame first. But this move to the upside, should we get it, let's say if we stay above this 4-hour level of support, that's 739 pips. If we dip down to this daily, in between this daily and this 4-hour, that's 854. Assuming we may make a move to the downside. I mentioned to y'all that this was one of my pairs that I was looking at for the year just because of the potential. The move to the downside, if price rejects off of that monthly level, is going to be just under 1,600 pips. And then the move to the upside, should we, again, find support at that weekly and monthly level, is about 2,400 pips to the upside. So I like this. I like GBPAUD. And so I got to figure out and still watch, right? Watch what's going on, how I'm going to approach it, and how I'm going to trade it. And so I need to drill down to the lower time frame. And what I'm looking for on the lower time frame, let me neaten this up. I wish this platform had the short and long tool where you could do like, see what your profit. Let me bring this down just a little. And let me bring this one down. Oh, it's already down. Okay. So what I'm looking for is, in order for me to enter this, and this is really hard because the fall was so steep. What I'm looking for is a bullish break to the upside. So I want to see some bullish activity, right? I want to see a break. And let me just put a fib on this. Yeah, I want to see a move to the upside. I want to see a pullback. I don't know if we're going to get, a backside retest unless it's like, I know we'll get it in the zone, not actually in the line. But I want to see bullish momentum to the upside. And if we were to get a bottom to form, a swing low to form, where price started moving from that, this is 70 pips, off of this extension, if price were to give us what we're looking for. But this is what I want to see. I'm not convinced yet that it is time for the move to the upside. And I'll show you why. I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so let me Where is my high? This ain't gonna give me nothing. This gonna give me that. Right. I need to move over. Click above the last high. Yeah, so on the lower time frame, price would need to come back here first. So we need this low to form for this sequence to be finished. And then make the move up. I want to take it up just to see if we have enough information. But you know, there's a couple things that can happen. Just looking at this, there's a couple things that can happen. So remember I said that we could push down to the 198. So we could even push down even further. If this support level does not hold, price could break down to this daily level at 198. I don't know that I would see you pushing down further than that. I think 198 daily level is pretty strong level. So we could even break down further. Because on the grand scheme of things, this is still above the 38.2, which means that that play that I was trying to show you will still be valid. I'm trying to drag this down. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. So I can see that happening too. And then what I would wait for is I would look for that test against that support and the backside of that trend line. And then move up. Yep. So we gotta wait because I don't think it's ready yet. I think there is still potentially room to the downside. At least another 80 something pips. Oh, that's more than 80 pips. At least another 100 pips, right? That there's still room to the downside. And then also, we may find support here and begin to move up, but we gotta wait and we gotta let price play out. But I think that our next big move is to the upside. I don't believe that we are selling long term. I think this was just a correction. I want to check something. Hold on. Let me see how this looks against the 4. So I want to see where I end up on the sequence when I put the fib on the 4. Oh, no, that would take us out. But then that would just change the take profit level. So what I'm looking at is if price did push below that 4-hour level of support, that would take us to the 786 and 86 retracement zone, which would change the take profit from 20632 to in between here, right? So if it pulled back to the blue 198764, then I would anticipate 20444. If it pulled back to the green 198366, I would anticipate 20396 as a take profit. So really, I'm just waiting on confirmation in order to execute. But I think that we're still moving to the upside. Let me know what you think about GBPAUD and how you're going to play it. I am waiting. I'm not entering anything yet. I'm just waiting to see what happens as far as this price, if it's going to give me a bottom and where it's going to give it to me at in order to execute. So I won't be doing a video this weekend. That's why I'm doing this one now. But I will see you guys on the following week. I believe so. I may have a funeral to go to, but I will make sure that I prepare to give you guys some content. But if you are liking the way that I mark up charts, it makes sense to you in some capacity, I would encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel. I try to put out content on a pretty regular basis. If you like this approach and you're like, I want to learn how to do this for myself, then I would also encourage you to check out the no-cost mini course. If you have already bought the course and you're like, Kaci, I need some help, I need some hand holding, then you want to make sure you check out how you can work with me, and you can find all of that information in the video description. All right, so I appreciate you guys for watching. Continue to stay safe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.